Hi students, in this video we will talk about the meaning of identities. So first of all, we look at the concepts. Do you remember that what is the solution of an equation? Look at this. For example, we have to find that the value of the unknown. This is an equation 3x plus 1 equals to 2 times the sum of x plus 1. And then we have to see what values of x can satisfy the equation. So we put a table here, x and left hand side and right hand side. We will pick 5 values to see which of them can satisfy the equation. Let's say -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. So when x equals to -2, we use the method of substitution. We can find out that the left hand side is -5, right hand side -2. So this one, x equals to -2, would not have the same value for LHS and RHS. So it is not the solution. So when x equals to 1, left hand side is -2, right hand side is 0. So on and so on. So we found that when x equals to 1, the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So what does it mean? It means that there is one value, that means x equals to 1, which can satisfy this equation. But we have another equation. Look at this. This is 2x plus 4 equals to 2 times the sum of x plus 2. So we use the same table. Let's say we have -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. The left hand side, when x equals to -2, we get 0. Right hand side, 0. And we try next, x equals to -1, left hand side, 2. Right hand side, 2. So we try all of them. So we can say that all value of x, left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So we can say that this equation has an infinite number of solutions. So that means all values of x can satisfy this equation. So we can call this equation an identity. So for an identity, we will use a symbol like this. So how do we know is it an identity? So we can try to expand and simplify the expression on left hand side and right hand side. How can we determine whether it is an identity? So we try to find the value of each side. Look at an example. Left hand side is 3x plus 1 and the right hand side is this. So the right hand side we use expansion and these two are not the same. So left hand side is not equal to right hand side and this equation is not an identity. How about this? Left hand side, it will be like this. Right hand side, we expand it to get 2x plus 4 and these two are the same. So we can say that because left hand side equals to right hand side, this one is an identity. That means 2x plus 4 is identical to 2 times the sum of x plus 2. We can use this symbol for identity. See more example. Example 1, we have to prove that this is an identity. We put it on the left hand side, we expand, and then after expansion, we add the same like terms, so we have 6x plus 8. Okay, we simplify. For the right hand side, we expand and then simplify. We get 6x plus 8. Because left hand side equals to right hand side, this is an identity. For another example, we prove this is not an identity. So we find the left hand side. Okay, this is already a simplest form. Right hand side, we remove the bracket, we simplify. This is 6x minus 3. So left hand side is not equal to right hand side. this equation is not an identity. So, since all identity can be satisfied by all values of the unknown, so by finding a value of x that does not satisfy the equation, we can also prove that the equation is not an identity. What does it mean? Look at this. We try to put a number, let's say x equals to 0. For the left hand side, it is 3. For right hand side, when we put x equals to 0, this is negative 3. So left hand side is not equal to right hand side. We can also say that this is not an identity. How about this? When x equals to 0, left hand side equals to 1, right hand side also equals to 1. Can we say that this is an identity? No, we can't. So we have to use another counter example here. Look at this. When x equals to 1, left hand side is 4, right hand side is 2. So they actually are not the same. So it is not an identity. So we better use the first way to prove whether an equation is an identity. So look at these questions. Part A, find the solution. Left hand side, we simplify, we get this. Right hand side, we simplify, we also get this. So left hand side equals to right hand side. It is an identity. For part B, left hand side is like this. We remove the bracket, we simplify, we get x squared minus 5x minus 6. But for the right hand side, when we simplify it, we have x squared minus 5x plus 6. So left hand side is not equal to right hand side, and this is not an identity. So we have to find some constants in an identity. Remember, okay, what is constant? Okay, constant is not equal to variables. For example, in this identity, a and b are constants. We can find the value of them. So let's look at this. Property 1 of the identity, the terms on both sides of an equation should be the same. Okay, and identity can be satisfied by all values of the unknown. That means for the variable. So we try to compare like terms to find the values. Look at this. We would try to simplify the left hand side into 3x plus 6. And right hand side is ax plus b. They are equal. So 3x equals to ax, 6 equals to b. So we can find that, okay, these are like terms and these are also like terms. So by comparing the like terms, a is 3, b is 6. So look at one more example here. This is x plus 4 bracket times the bracket of x minus 5 equals to ax squared minus x plus b. We try to use the method 1. Left hand side, we can simplify. It is x squared plus 4x minus 5x minus 20. So we get this, x squared minus x minus 20. And right hand side is ax squared minus x plus b. Okay, we compare the coefficients, the like terms. So x squared is the same as ax squared. So a is equal to 1 because the coefficient of x squared is 1. And b will be negative 20. So here are the answers. So we can also use the method of substitution. We can find b by this way. And also, let's say we put x equals to 1. We can also find that a. So you can try to do this on your own. So we will use the method 1. That means the method to compare the coefficients. Simplify left hand side, we get this. And the right hand side will be like that. So compare the like terms. A equals to negative 5. And minus 5 plus b equals to 2. So b is equal to 7. And for part b, we can simplify the right hand side. We get this and this. So we can compare the coefficient. A is negative 1 here. So compare the like terms. A equals to negative 1 and b equals to 3. So here are the answers.